Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. How are we doing? Let's check if we're live. We are live. Perfect. Okay. Well, let us begin this weekly reflection. I guess I'll just dive right into it. Well, I want to let everybody know that I created a new QR code for like a donation link. So if you want to support me, support what I do, support the stream, feel free to donate. It's up to you completely. And yeah, I'll just dive right into it. So, a lot happened this week uh, in terms of, well, I would say just everything, uh, especially like news headlines. This week, new research shows that over reliance on AI, when you use AI for everything and you don't have any really original thoughts, it can atrophy your brain. Okay, just like when you don't exercise, your muscles atrophy and stuff like that. So that means, you know, you're gonna get dumber and dumber as as long as you continue using overusing AI. And so yeah, just don't uh, use AI for literally everything because it's not good for you. It's literally not good for you. It's almost like an addiction, you know. It's like because then you have to rely on it because you don't know you don't have any original thoughts. You want to brainstorm something, but you, you don't have anything in there. You're like, what do I do? So you just ask AI, and that's like this kind of reinforcing, what's it called? Uh, I forgot what that's called. Like a negative feedback loop. You know, is keep doing it, and it keeps getting worse because of it. So that's one of those headlines, and it's going to become a big problem, you know, because people use AI a lot, and it's going to still only increase. So this will become a huge global issue. So yeah, actually, the chat. Oh, you got a new chat, but I can't see it because it's on YouTube, which probably means that it's like some sort of emoji. Thank you, Vitek. Thank you very much for the comment, but you know, I can't really see it, unfortunately. Or, well, hang on. Actually, can I show it? Oh, it's a like. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now I can see it. When I show it, I can see it. But when I don't show it, I just see blank. Anyways, so yeah, so that was so that's brain atrophy. Then what else happened? Uh, Actually, was it this week? Did I talk about it? I talked about it last week, but I also finally, after 2 years, I this week I released my long form. Released the first long form in 2 years, and I mean, I felt pretty good about it. You know, not necessarily from the editing and the cinematography was simple and oversimplified in some moments, but at the same time, you know, I just have to have something out there. I haven't made a long form video in 2 years, and it's very important to have long form videos alongside shorts because only shorts won't do the magic. Shorts is a different type of content than long form, obviously, and you know, and YouTube takes it differently as well. It's not the same video. They have different statistics. They have different, you know, what's it called, success factors and stuff like that. So, you know, you just have to be sure to. You could probably have more shorts than long form. I figured the ratio was probably like 10 to 20, so like 15 to 1 or something like that. So I just figured I'd do something along those lines, where I just have a long form video every 15 shorts about. So yeah, so there's that, and then what else? Oh, got another comment. Super. There you go. Yeah, thank you. And so what else did I want to say? Oh yeah, didn't want to get into too much politics, but I kind of had to uh, pivot there a little bit because it hits close to home, especially in Europe and everything. What's going on right now, and with recent events that have been going on there, and uh, I feel pretty strongly about it. Not I know not a lot of Americans, you know don't follow. I mean, I don't take it against you or whatever. It is what it is. European politics, whatever, is just messy and complicated and everything. But uh, not sure if anybody saw, but JD Vance made a visit to Munich to that security conference or whatever, and it was supposed to be like he was probably supposed to give this grand speech about how Europe is supposed to be, gearing up for war with Russia or something, but he ended up taking a whole different route, and he said, "Hey, you have this huge issue inside your own countries, right? Um, just massive issues because, for example, in Romania, not sure if anybody followed that, but what happened there was that the government annulled entire election results based on like they said Russian interference, and that Russian interference was supposedly like the Russians bought ads in, like I forgot what was like the social media there, like Instagram, Russia, Instagram, Facebook, and stuff like that. And that apparently those ads swayed the results of an entire election. So, he told them like, hey, if your democracies are in danger of getting toppled by just a couple of hundreds of thousands of dollars in ad, investments or whatever, then those democracies are not strong at all. I mean, you can disagree or agree or whatever. I know one of the German politicians who was there disagreed vehemently, actually, and he said like, "Oh, that's unacceptable" or something. But you make that decision if somebody just invests a couple of hundred thousands of dollars into the, um, into advertising, and that apparently topples an entire democratic system. I'm not sure if that's really strong. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. And yeah, so he said basically you just have to look inwards first before looking outwards. And if you don't do that, then basically, I forgot who this quote was from. I think it was Abraham Lincoln. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty confident. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Um Either it was him or some sort of Soviet politician, but I think it was him. So that's what he said, and yeah, he's right. Like you have to look inwards first and fix your own inside problems before looking outside and preparing for war with Russia when that's an external threat. Sure, Russia might be an external threat, but it is not necessarily an internal threat, and internal threats are way more damaging than any external threat could be. So yeah, so that's that. And then what else do I want to talk about? I wrote some notes. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want to talk about. So now transitioning from news topics, because news can be sometimes boring. I like to watch news and report on them and make my own opinions and stuff like that, and then tell you that. But um, it's you get that from mainstream media or wherever you get your news from on social media or something. But so I'm just here for giving you my opinion on it. But yeah, and then what else do I want to do here? I'll share my screen on LinkedIn because my statistics have boomed just yesterday. I was surprised because yesterday it was my biggest spike in growth in like a year. I'll just show you. Let's see, share. Is it on? It should be. Hide myself a little bit. There we go. I think there we go. I just don't want to. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so this was the past 7 days, and as you can see, yesterday, thanks to Social Saturday and everything, thanks to new connections and just being out there, visibility, I gained 34 followers. And pleasant surprise today. I don't even know, 10 so far. That's not bad. Yeah. So just and everybody, there were new people joining in. There were new. Not sure what happened. There was a lot of new folks to connect with. So I just kept going. I just kept sending connection requests, and yeah, look at that. And then I compared it. I was like, I went 28 days first, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that topples the results. I was like, yeah, it does. And I went 90 days, and I was like, maybe there was a day like it's somewhere in early January where it was even higher, but apparently no. There was a high one, like 24 and stuff like that, but this is just high. And then 365 was like, surely there has to be at least one day which was higher, like 40 or something, right? Well, apparently no. Yeah. So that's why I looked at it. I was like, wow, that's crazy. The highest day before that was 30, and then that was 34. And actually the day after that was what? Let me just check real quick. Yeah, there we go. It was 8. So right now we have toppled that and toppled the record for the next day after that. That's hilarious. Yeah, but no, that was interesting to see, and I was really uh, glad to see that, and always warms my heart to see progress. And yeah, it just felt great. Success, sort of. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. And then, oh, jeez, I want to talk about some takeaways I had from my recent casual chats. Okay, I just have to learn. I just have to see who I met, and then I'll make my things. Okay, yeah. So now I'll switch back to me. Stop screen sharing, and then it's me. There we go. We're back. So then I had casual chats on Thursday and yesterday, and the first one on Thursday, it was like at 9 a.m. Valentine's Day, of course. I actually didn't say to anybody, but happy late Valentine's Day. Let me know in the comments how you enjoyed it. But I spent it just working. And wait, hang on. Was that? I'm stupid, right? Valentine's Day was Friday, not Thursday. Again, I kept messing up the days. Even then, I thought like I talked with her and I was like, yeah, then tomorrow on Friday I'll be like enjoying myself or whatever. And then I realized, no, today is Friday. So yeah. Anyways, we talked and I got once again humbled, and it's just this whole theme again, which I've introduced over all of my streams, I think, over these LinkedIn weekly reflections of that, you know, just being young. I don't know, this whole theme. Because she told me, hey, I've been in HR for close to 30 years, and I was like, wow. Because that's 1.5 times more than I've been alive for. So it's just, to me, again, it's wild to imagine just somebody holding a career for way longer than my life has so far been. Uh, you know, so I always think about this sort of stuff, and I'm like, would I want to hold a job or a position somewhere and maybe progress? Just just stay there for 30 years and do that, to do the same almost exact thing for 30 years. I always think about that, but I just don't feel like I want to. Not that I think it's just above or below me or whatever, and that I'm above it. It's just I feel, I don't know. You're locked into this whole mechanism of corporate politics and stuff like that, and I've seen a lot of it, even on LinkedIn. Just reading some of the posts, and they will beware, like, oh, beware of these some certain employees, and how you deal with them and all that stuff. And a lot of it I just seen as negative. I know there are upsides to it. Of course, there can be career progression. You have insurance. You have retirement bonuses. You have that type of stuff. But it's I don't know. It's just I don't feel like I would be a huge people pleaser. I wouldn't really. I don't know. I just wouldn't fit into the whole hierarchy of, oh, here's this uh big CEO or something, and I'd just be there staring at him like, the CEO probably think he's some hot stuff and whatever, but I would be like, uh, no, I don't think you are. I would just look at him like just another person, and that's why I feel like when you look at CEOs as just another person, they don't, take kindly to that, and they like to be respected and all that type of stuff. I respect people, right, that built up their positions and everything. Uh, Actually had that debate with somebody else. Sorry. Yeah, I had that debate with somebody else. Well, my dad did. I just read it, and it was like, they were talking about how to address somebody of, like on a website, and I forgot what the exact wording was, but they were like, "Oh yeah, you have to sound casual on a website, like, hey yo, how are you doing?" or something like that. But I guess the guy just didn't understand that you kind of have to, on a website, you don't know who's visiting. And in one comment, he said like, "Oh, it's not like some uptight uh, tux wearing CEO visiting your website, right? Like for example, like a website about website building or something. How do you know? How do you know some maybe even like a politician, for example, like looking for a government contractor or something like that is and was it visiting your website and you say, "Hey, dude, what's up?" or whatever. You just say, "Dear valued visitor" or something like that. Unless you're, yeah, "What's up, dude?" Just yeah, my dad said in the comments, yeah, whatever. That's if you say that to a person of some sort of status like this, that's just disrespectful, and they're not gonna. Most are not gonna take kind of that unless you have like a skate shop and you know your audience is like like just kids, teens, whatever. Then make your messaging general. Like as if you don't know, as if the president might be visiting, right? That's how you're supposed to. That's how your presentation is supposed to be if you want respect and if you want work and stuff like that. So that was that, and in that sort of sense, just back to just I'll step back to tie it back to what I was saying, that I would respect CEOs in this way, but I would not see them as some sort of super beings or you know as this just that they're higher than me, right? Because they're not hierarchically okay, but I don't like to stick to hierarchies that much. And yeah, so and then my dad also said Friday, and that's when we did the beer-thon. LOL. I just didn't want to make it about Valentine's Day. Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, Friday. So that was I talked with that lady, and once again humbled, and then I told her I'll be enjoying myself later that night, and that I did. Where we had a beer-thon with my dad, where we actually broke LinkedIn. We went from my time central 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. about, and you know we went that's 4 hours, right? But LinkedIn is just it doesn't allow 4 hour stream or more than 4 hour streams. So literally it just like I don't know what happened. My dad saw it. He was in the studio or whatever, and then I just told him like, oh yeah, live stream ended. The live event ended. Which is surprising, right? Because we were still recording, we were still going on YouTube. So on YouTube is a full 4 hour and 9 minute version, but LinkedIn cut it off at 4 hours. So that was something interesting that we learned. Probably could have searched it up, but it's better to experience it live, and for other people to I guess see it like, wow, yeah, they went 4 hours and uh, basically nonstop, just talking. And we talked about I don't even remember half the topics, but I know there was a lot of. Yeah, he says it just ended on LinkedIn. Yeah, that's what I figured. It just the live event ended, and then so we talked about a lot of stuff, including the politics stuff. We talked about some of my dad's recent posts, for example, the atrophied brain, how to learn how to write correctly, like with AI, just learn different languages, learn to write, take a creative writing class or take a creative writing course or something like that, right? So we talked about that. We talked also later on about just a lot of oh geez there's especially like me and him talking about my progress and what needs to still be done, and just has to be some sort of progress, some sort of follow-ups with the people that I've offered my services to and stuff like that. It just can't be like you send a message, um and then you leave it hanging there and just kind of walk around it, and hopefully they notice and maybe reply a month later or something, because that's not going to happen. And yeah, so I do need to start doing that. And then he also says you can always go back and listen to it and create a podcast or a video from 4 hours. I probably could, yeah, definitely. I mean, 4 hours though, there was a lot of interesting topics. I do know that, but 4 hours of searching and listening, I just probably have to skip through and all that stuff. I would not listen to the entire stream. Sometimes we were just talking about nonsense and gibberish or whatever, but yeah, it was still good. But big shout out to the guy who was there with us all along. There was also some people showed up in the comments. There was Freya Menzel. So shout out to her. There was Paul Kreider, who my dad will be doing a live stream, just updating his LinkedIn profile, just um, what do you call it, constructive criticism and stuff like that. And he'll be making it live, and fixing his profile live and stuff like that. So that'll be interesting to see. I'm excited for that. That's going to be happening. You can put it in the comments, but it's next Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern, right? I think, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to write in the chat. I might correct it. And so yeah, so that's going to be interesting to watch. And then, but another shout out to, there was also one of my friends from Norway. He also left some comments on YouTube early on. And then also shout out to, the biggest shout out probably, because he did the most comments, was Alfredo Tigolo. Not sure if anybody knows. If anybody knows, they probably know that he's a really awesome dude, and he really helped the stream move along. He put in a lot of questions, and I mean, so many. Oh, sorry, I just got a new message actually. Interesting. So this is I got a message on LinkedIn, and I sent this one lady, like, that message for casual chats on literally a month ago, January 17th, and she just now responded, "Not right now, thank you." Okay, cool. See, better than blocking, better than telling me to F off or something like that, right? Just no, thank you. Yeah, that's all you have to do, and I'll respond to her later. I don't want to do it right now. I'll just say, hey, thank you for letting me know. If you feel free to book a slot with me, even in a couple of months or something like that, because the link will still be there. And so, so Alfredo Tigolo, those who know him, he's a really good dude. Like I said, he helped the stream move along with his questions. He had many questions, and I mean, ranging from parental stuff to like talking about old tech and stuff. That's when actually Freya was still there as well, and we talked about just old tech. And basically, I guess the three of them, including my dad, they kind of, I guess, ganged up on me or something like that. It felt like that a little bit, and they just started, oh yeah, explaining like old technology and MS DOS and just old games and how they worked, and command prompts, and then code and binary code and all that stuff. So that was a lot to unpack and absorb. But that's what can happen on a live stream like this. But I did enjoy it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I knew it. So I knew I would be wrong, but I was close enough. Says Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. That's Eastern, of course. That's going to be the live stream with Paul, and he actually left also a link in the chat here. So if you are live or if you are on replay, you can check that link before Wednesday, of course, and then you can click attend, and you'll get a notification, and it'll be I believe it'll be an awesome video. Yeah, Eastern time. He just confirmed it. I know you only do Eastern time. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, here we go. In about in 3 days, I'll have a meeting with a guy who I'll have I'll make a podcast episode with, and it's going to be about my journey as a solopreneur, and I'll just be talking about my story, how I got here, and my journey with YouTube, and just like that. It'll be I don't know. I'm kind of excited because I've been on before I've been on another podcast with a guy named Chris Jaramillo. He has some other guests now that he wanted to cycle through, I guess, because he has an in-person studio now in West LA. So he does his own, he has like in-person guests that come on and talk about stuff. So yeah, so that's what he's doing now. But yeah, I did enjoy the 3 episodes. There might be more. Who knows? If he needs any, I guess, input on other things that happen in AI world and stuff like that, because that's just my specialty, expertise, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I really do enjoy talking about AI, news, politics, and stuff. I know politics are not a huge. Typically, they're a huge, turn off for a lot of people on the internet in general. I mean, the general American public doesn't care about politics, and especially on LinkedIn. Like, I know a couple of people that post about politics on LinkedIn, but it's like it's a very specific niche. It's not like a huge thing on uh, LinkedIn. Just if you want to discuss politics in a huge, extensive way, just go on Twitter, and people will accept you there. That site is just politics, oversaturated with them. So beat yourself up on there, but not here. Uh, so yeah, and then what else do I want to talk about? There was one more thing I think, just to fill in the rest of the time. And so, oh yeah, that's the last thing. I'll actually probably close with this. Yeah. So I wanted to let everybody know that I am looking for just video projects in general. If you have a video project yourself, if you have a reference that has needs help with a video project or something like that, I'm open to contracting work. I'm open to just B2B work, all that stuff. So if you're interested, you can check out my YouTube channel where I'm actually streaming at right now. I'll actually leave the link here in the comments as a response. Check out my YouTube channel, check out my work on there, and let's see. Read only on LinkedIn. Oh, sweet. So I can't even. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just leave it in. Interesting. I didn't know that the comments were read only on LinkedIn for a restream. That's stupid, but oh well. Here, I'll just leave it right there. That's my YouTube channel in the comments there. If you're watching this on playback, just check the comments and it'll be there still, hopefully. And yeah, so like I said, if you need help with any videos, if you have your own projects, if you have any references, again, I have a contact link. You can contact me at my email or wherever. Actually, right there. See that little blob? Yeah, that's my email right there. So contact me there and let me know. I'm pretty reasonable. So we'll figure something out definitely if you contact me. And so 28 minutes. All right. Well, yeah, I have other stuff to do, so I'll need to be heading out soon. So thank you for listening to this weekly reflection. I also have a weekly reflection again like I said before, on other streams every Sunday on at 11 Central. That means 12 Eastern. I already made the new event for next week, so you can check it out. I'll be inviting people throughout the week as well to it. It already has, let me remind myself, I believe like 30 attendees actually. I was surprised by that. I invited like 500 or so people, and then many people accepted. Already has 5 likes and how much? 38 other attendees actually. That's awesome. I like that. So we'll see how that goes, and I think it might be a little more packed in that sense the next stream. So, but I'm looking forward to it. I kind of overcame my nervousness of speaking lives in this manner. Like right now, I have say 3 viewers or something like that. Next week it might be on the higher end 10, but I will still keep my composure. It'll still be just like any other day. So yeah, again, well, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And there's one more thing I wanted to say, but I can't even remember it. Yeah, I guess just guess goodbye. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you next Sunday at 11 a.m. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good day. Bye.